What's going on, Sky Squad? We back in the building, y'all. Let me get my camera straight. Can y'all see and hear me clearly? Let me know in the chat if you guys can see and hear me clearly. I just want to make sure we got everything uploaded correctly. Y'all, I feel like I'm looking a mess today. I ain't got my beard trimmed, but we're making it do what it do, y'all. Okay, I get a yes. Okay, yes, we can. Thank you. Perfectly. Perfect. All right, happy Saturday, y'all. Sky Squad, we back in the building. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are new to the chat or if you are familiar with the chat, let us know where you're watching from on this good Saturday morning, okay? We appreciate you listening from work, Nikki. We definitely appreciate that. We got Hyattsville, Maryland in the house. Thank you, Shamar. Appreciate that. We got, hey, Yolanda, how you doing, boo? California Cuties back with us. I see you. We got, yes, baby. Yes, Diamond. Thank you. Hit that like button, y'all. It helps the channel when y'all hit that like button. So if you like, commentary on hot topics regarding reality TV and reality TV recaps, go on ahead and hit that button. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? I see you, Rochester, Texas in the building, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hey, come on, Rams. That's football, right? Y'all know I don't really watch football no more, but, I love my people who love what they love, okay? Memphis in the building. I've always wanted to go to Tennessee, y'all. Alabama, Philly. I see you. Hey, okay. You said it's snowing in ATL? I'm sorry, Jessica. It's cold up here, too, just to let you know. Marjan, so this is a new mic, and just to give you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's a Shure. It was about $250, and I used to use a Yeti, and that seemed to work well for me, but I like this Shure because I wanted something with the mic, with the pad on the mic to hopefully get my voice, make sure everything is solid. So it's a Shure. All right. Thank you so much. When we do our reviews, just to give you guys a little bit of information in case, again, you are new to the chat, we take our time with our lives. It's like we welcome in everybody back into the house. We consider ourselves family here. When we have these discussions, we're going to talk about them thoroughly, right? And then for people who want to get the hit it and quit it news, I will cut these down into smaller bite-sized portions so that you guys can go and watch it at that point in time. So that's how the lives work, all right? Now that we got that out of the way, we got two topics to talk about today, y'all. We are going to be talking about Kandi and Marlo and what's going on with the two of them, a follow-up kind of to the story that we talked about a couple of days ago. And Tish P, yes, I did get some rest. I did. Y'all know what, Thursday, I think it was Thursday, I laid around and watched Murder, She Wrote for a long time, and I was just chilling. Yesterday, I did get some rest. Last night, I went out to dinner, and so I feel good this morning, all right? All right. We're talking Kandi and Marlo, and then we're going to be talking about Ladies Who List from last night's episode. So the review will come up in just a second. But first things first, we're going to start with Kandi and Marlo. We're going to start things off with Kandi and Marlo. So let me give you guys an update on what's going on with these two young ladies right here, okay? So we have the two of them posted on Kandi's Instagram page doing what we don't know, playing a game of pool. And, it has the internet talking right now, okay? So this was posted on Kandi's Instagram page, and I have people tagging me and whatnot. And Kandi says, when the talls and the smalls link, it's game time. and she has a winky face and a pool ball emoji, right? So obviously this has people wondering, well, did they have a falling out earlier? Wasn't that who we heard that Kandi had some beef with? Shamar, I think you might have hit the nail on the head, because here's what I believe is happening. And Shamar says, I'm wondering if these little TikTok videos the RHOA ladies are doing are meant to throw us off or to promote the show, or both. I think it's both, Shamar. I think you hit the nail on the head with this. I think it's both. Because just the other day, we also got this clip here, which I didn't talk about because I just kind of felt like, I mean, what was there really to say? And this is a very similar clip of Sheree and Kenya doing a little video together. And Kenya says, you want to play. Okay. So everybody, you know, again, this video right here is set the net ablaze with people wondering what's going on, right? So again, I had a lot of people tagging me asking, well, you know, what's going on? What, you know, I thought everybody said they had unfollowed each other. Well, at one point in time, they were not following each other. And we know that to be true because we can just go back and check the receipts that we had at the time, right? They may be following each other now. Who really knows? But as you guys know, during the course of a season, these ladies will break up to make up and break up to make up all over again. To me, that keeps the season fresh and exciting. Just for example, for a lot of you guys who still may be confused as to what's really happening and what's really going on, okay, I definitely think there is some throwing of things, throwing everybody off. We need only look over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to see further proof that this is what the ladies do. We all know, Garcelle told us earlier this week that she is not friends any longer with that good Erica Jane. But only a couple of days beforehand, when they were on their trip, Erica Jane had posted this, okay? And it says, this is a good time. Now, she's got the little fingernail painting emojis or whatever. And there she is, right smack dab in the back is Miss Garcelle Beauvais. So, you know, for me, I kind of feel like right now we're getting a lot of chaos and confusion with both Atlanta and Beverly Hills. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Confuse us, all right? Confuse us. Give us something to talk about, right? Because otherwise it would be dry. It would be dry, right? So you never know what the situation is with these ladies, and of course we won't know until the season actually begins to air and we get to put the pieces together. And I also think that it is also very exciting an exciting way to promote the show, to be quite honest with you. And I believe that this could mean that their trailer is coming or something along at some point in time? Possibly. I would definitely say for us to keep our eyes peeled to see if maybe we get some type of trailer coming along pretty quickly. Okay. So I don't know. I definitely think something is in the works, and I definitely think that we are going to be in for some surprises coming here very, very soon. That's just my thought, and we'll leave it at that. Now, we don't quite know yet when the season will actually air, Elizabeth. I'm going to assume late, if anything, late March, maybe April, probably April, more likely. So, you know, and absolutely, it's nothing wrong with having disagreements as long as they get it right. As long as they get it right later. That's what we watch these shows for. Again, the makeups to breakups, We want to see it all because that's the evolution of friendships, and y'all know how the thing go. Okay? Now that we got that out the way, I want to move over into the ladies who do the listing. Okay? The ladies who do the listing. Guys, if you're in the chat, let me know if you are going in and out or if I'm going in and out. Before I get into ladies who list, the numbers in the chat for me on my end, I feel like they're going up and down. So I'm hoping that I'm not going in and out on you guys. Somebody just let me know if everything is right on the live while I pull up my notes real quick. I don't know, I think something's going on with StreamYard. They're having some issues or something. Okay, y'all say you're good, you're fine, you're clear. Am I recapping Ready to Love? So, Natty, I might do it tomorrow. I did not get a chance to watch Ready to Love. I watched Ladies Who List this morning, but I also have some things to get done with my truck. So I wanted to make sure I got this done first. And then if I can get to Ready to Love later, then I'll probably try to do it tomorrow morning, just so you guys can, okay, good. You're not having any issues. Yeah, it's so weird, Rob. I don't know what's going on. I think it's something happening with StreamYard. So we're just going to keep it moving, right? As long as I know y'all still here and I can see y'all in the chat, I'm good. Okay, perfect. So it's not just me. Hey, Mount Kitty, how you doing? All right, y'all. Ladies who list, let me get excited about this because this is my show, all right? First things first, if you happen to catch last night's episode, I'm going to go ahead and tell you like this, all right? The ladies got new confessional looks in this episode, and I was here for each and every single one of them. Everybody looked good on this episode. It was insane. I was like, oh, y'all coming to play with us now. Y'all are really coming to play, and y'all are keeping y'all feet on our necks with these looks. So I was super excited about that. This episode, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9. I want you guys to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10 as well. I'm going to give this episode a 9 because we did get a little bit of resolution. I feel like they kind of are getting a little bit predictable with the to be continued. I don't mind it, but you know, sometimes you don't have to be afraid to give us the conclusion of an argument, or you know, something like a some type of resolution at the end of the episode. You don't have to be afraid of that because we're not going to stop watching this show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the thing where like they feel like we're not going to watch if we don't have some type of cliffhanger, but I just want to let them know that we're going to still keep watching each and every episode because the ladies are bringing it. And I also got to say this. It is unfortunate to me that Kiana, and I have a clue, and we're going to talk about Kiana at the end of this, but for me, it's a little bit sad that Kiana chose to exit the franchise because I do feel like Kiana is one of the, like a perfect, not perfect, but I feel like she's a great reality TV personality, personally. I do. I absolutely do. She wants to bring she's sassy. She wants to bring the bougie events. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely opened up in this episode, and we saw a real sensitive side to her, and we got to know her a bit more in terms of what she has going on with her fertility journey. I just thought that this was a very good episode for her. The other thing I would take away a point from is that we didn't get enough Tiffany. Tiffany was basically just in the one scene at the end. She was just like, you know, hanging around at the party, and I feel, you know, a bit like we feel connected to Tiffany because we had her on the channel earlier this week. Side note, for anybody out there who is interested, just to let you guys know that on Monday at 1:30 p.m., we will be speaking with Tiana Harrison from Ladies Who List Again, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another one that we can look forward to because Tiana's gonna come on and she's gonna spill a little bit of tea about the season as well. So what we've been seeing with Tiana, I feel like is really interesting because we are seeing a lot of Tiana on her real estate hustle game in this series. And I really, really like that. Okay. Hey, Venus the Creator. Hi, how you doing? Appreciate the super chat. We send love right back to you. Okay. So be sure that you guys tune in on Monday at 1:30 p.m. for our discussion with Tiana, not to be confused with Kiana. Okay. Yoli B says Kiana's bringing the Fayetteville Heat next week. I think that's the icing on the cake that makes her go deuces. Okay. Thank you, California Cutie. I kind of was wondering about that as well. Yoli B, I just felt like maybe she didn't like how she handled that situation. But of course, we will have to wait and see how it plays out in order for us to get a real perspective on that. Okay. Elaine, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Now, let's get on into what happened in this episode. All right. So we're back at Tiffany's launch party, and Robin has called. Let me pull up my photos for y'all just in case we forgot who anybody is. Okay. Now, Robin has called Kira over because she wants to have a follow-up with Kira to discuss what their issues are stemming from Robin unfollowing Kira. All right. So Robin calls Kira over, and Kiana is trying to broker a peace, some sort of peace between the two of them. But Kira feels like Robin got offended with her, and Kira also is upset at the fact that Robin said she doesn't have a seat at her table. Okay. Robin, and Lord, I love me some Robin. I do. But Robin says, I had to go and talk to some young folks to really get an understanding of what this whole follow, unfollow thing really, really means. And I discovered upon my research and digging into things that the young folks consider the unfollow a form of disrespect. It's a bad thing. So she says then, I would like to ask for your forgiveness for not understanding the follow/unfollow rules of the game as it relates to social media etiquette. Okay. So I'm not gonna say I apologize, but I'm gonna ask for forgiveness because I feel like that's even better than saying I apologize. So I thought that things was going to go well at that point because I was like, oh, yes, Robin, that's how you do it. Now, you could have left out that part about I did some research down to the schoolyard. I went to the preschool and asked the children what they thought. She could have left that part out. But I was like, okay, she asked for forgiveness. We can move on, right? Well, Kira accepts it and she says, well, you know what? I am a woman of the God. Okay. I'm a woman of God, and I will accept, I will receive what you're saying. Now, for those of you guys who do not follow Kira, I will tell you, if you follow her on social media, you will definitely see that she does refer to God a lot. So that is something she reiterates in her lives, in her just in how she speaks about things. So that part, I felt like, okay, she's that's just genuine to her. But then Robin was like, well, you was not of God that day. And I was like, Robin, no, we were on the right path. But Robin is like, you gonna either love this about Robin or you not gonna like this about Robin. But Robin is gonna get her points across. It don't matter what is going on. She gonna get her point across. Everything could have been going smooth and creamy as butter, but here come Robin. You wasn't of God that day because you was calling me old, okay? And I am not, I am older than you, but I'm not that old, even though I did need to go down and I needed to talk to the children down to the PTA meeting to find out why you was upset about the unfollow. Y'all know what the problem in this situation is? I still don't know why Robin unfollowed Kira. Okay, they talked about what the unfollow means, but we have not gotten to the heart of why she hit the unfollow button. Even if at the age of whatever you are, you don't know what the unfollow, you don't realize the impact of the unfollow. You know why you put your finger on the button, okay? Because you didn't want to see her no more. And there we have it. We still ain't getting to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is, why did you unfollow me? Tell me, okay? Tell me why. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody. And the fact of the matter is, even though Kira and Crystal are hanging out and they seem to be bosom buddies now, we still don't know why Crystal unfollowed her. Was Crystal and Robin sitting in the office together, he, and then ha, and then said, you know what? We not following her no more because she posted herself in a swimsuit. We don't take her seriously in this business. Was that it? I want to know. And you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to ask Crystal, because tea time, we having her on the following week, okay? So I'm going to ask her, Crystal, I hope you're ready, girl, because I got to ask you, why did you unfollow this woman, okay? I'm going to ask her, oh, yes, I am. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask. Anyway, so Robin is now waiting for her apology for being called old, okay? And Robin, when she get to talking, she get hype, okay? And the hands going, okay? And Kiana has to tell her, Tammy style, watch those hands, girl. Watch those hands. Because when you start talking with your hands, people start to get the feeling like you're talking aggressive. So keep your hands below the table, okay? Kira tries to explain to her, I did not mean to call you old, okay? Really what I meant was the more experienced agents. That's really all I meant. And you can see Kira is trying to not have an argumentation with Robin. And then you can see Robin also is like, oh, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, because I don't look old. And she don't. She don't. I don't know how. She said she got kids that was Kira's age, but in my mind, I'm like, she don't look that old. And if she is older, she look good. She look good. But I still don't know why she hit that unfollow button. And I'm gonna ask. Anyway, Kira says, yes, girl, we can be cordial. We can be, nice. But I mean, in my mind, she was like, that's about all I'm gonna give you. Now, if you guys will recall in our interview with Tiffany, and I did not get to follow up on this, but I'm Inspector Gadget on this case. Tiffany alluded to that the Kira and Robin argument was about more than the unfollow. Do you guys remember when Tiffany said that in the interview that we did with her on Monday? Because she did. And I made a mental note. And when I made that mental note, I was like, "Ooh, I gotta ask about this." But then we was running out of time, and I was like, was trying to keep her for 25 minutes, and we was already at the 30. So I was kind of like, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, do I see some spam? I do. we're gonna have to sorry, boo. And I don't know if you know what you was doing, but we're gonna have to block you. Okay? Now you come back when you can get a hold of your computer. Meanwhile, Tiana is showing a house to a retired football player. Okay. Now the house is done by a Quinetta, who is an interior designer. The house is immaculate. I'm loving the house, but the guy whose name is Kieran, I think. Anyway, his last name is Fox, and Tiana keep referring to him as Fox, so we just gonna call him Fox from here on out. He's on the fence, but she wants to let him know not to sleep on the house for too long, okay? And when he does leave the listing, she goes out by the pool, sticks her feet up in there, and lays down on the ground, okay? Now, that's a very good question. Peggy says, why wasn't the house staged if it was by an interior designer? And that is a very good question, Peggy. That is a very good question. Or did I mistake the fact that Quinetta is an interior designer? Why didn't she have anything in that house? Let me find out, okay? Kira of the Unfollowed Variety is meeting up with Crystal, still not asking why she unfollowed her. But they meeting up because Crystal wants her business. But tonight is more about pleasure. They just want to sit and have some girl talk. And Crystal wants to know about Kira's dating life. Girl, what do you want? What are we manifesting this year? I'm manifesting a husband for me, okay? Give me a husband, God. And Crystal is like, well, I don't know if I want a husband per se, because I got this young fella who we have known each other for quite some time. And the young fellow is asking me if I would be interested in a polyamorous relationship. Now, while Crystal is not interested per se in the relationship, she is interested in going to a poly party. What is a poly party, you say? Well, from what I gather, the poly party is where you go and the people who are in polyamorous relationships, and for what that means for people who don't understand is you might be in a relationship with your man, but your man got a girlfriend or your man got a boyfriend. They got something else, okay? Whatever it is, or your girlfriend got a girlfriend. I don't know. It's a couple of people involved in the relationship. You know, if you're going through some tough times in your life and maybe you strap for cash and something like that, you know, it might be that the poly thing might be a good way to take some of the pressure off of you from dating, because you ain't got to spend so much money on the person that they got other people that they could be dating. But anyway, she wants to go to the poly party because in my mind, what I feel like she's trying to do is she is trying to open up the pool of people that she could potentially meet in this situation, right? That's what I think. Y'all didn't see it like that? That's what I saw it as. I saw it like, oh, she don't want to limit herself to this one person. She want a pool of people from which to choose from. Smart thinking, Crystal. You is smart, kind, and important. Anyway, Kira is like, oh no, ma'am, I am fasting for the Lord and I am reading my Bible and I do not have time to be dating this pool of people that you are trying to bring me in on. And she's like, no, I'm not going to go with you to the poly party. Personally, if I was single, I would have gone, but it would have only been for the purposes of research, okay? To find out who up in there, what's going on, so I could rule you off my dating list, okay? Anyway, but I wonder what else goes on at the poly party. Interesting. Kiana meets with the ladies of Watson Realty. That's her real estate company. That's what you do when you becomes the broker, okay? You get your own real estate agency and you hire the people that you want to work for you and you help them make money, okay? So she wants to have a 1-year anniversary party at the Waldorf Astoria and she wants it to be everything. Now, don't come ready to work, ladies. She said, come in your gowns and stuff. Come in your best dressed, because we wants to serve it up, okay? Now, Crystal's daddy is coming to town, okay? Now, Crystal's daddy is from Seattle. He coming to town because he about to do some remodeling, okay? I am a little nosy, okay? He about to do some remodeling to one of his rental properties. Now, the way this man has been able to retire is he know the real estate game. He says, you know what, this is what you do. You get to the houses, you pay them off, and then you live off of the people who are renting out of your properties. Okay? Now that's how you live. That's the wave right there. Anyway, you know, when Crystal is relaying the story to her dad about what's going on with her and Robin, I mean, she does tell him the truth about, you know, how she tried to calm Robin down by telling her she was triggered. Okay. And she admits that maybe she didn't realize that the word trigger would be a trigger for Robin. And when she talks about how Robin got mad at her in her office, she says that Robin got mad at her because she told her to stop yelling. But she forgot to tell her daddy that the reason why Robin was yelling was because she told Robin that she didn't play in the sandbox well with other women. Okay. She left that part out, just so everybody wants to know. The moral of this is that Crystal wants to know where she stands with Robin, but she's not going to allow Robin to pop off on her anymore. Okay. Now, Kiana, in what I felt like was such an interesting storyline, goes to the OBGYN to meet up with the doctor and her husband and to discuss the possibilities of how they can potentially conceive their child, because they don't have one yet, from my understanding. And she had a previous bad experience with a fertility specialist or a clinic or something to that of that nature, where she went to go do the procedure and they asked her who the sperm donor was going to be, because they had either misplaced her husband's sperm or something like that. I don't really know what happened, but she had to get up out of there and she got her money back from them people. That almost sounds like a lawsuit to me, but I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, okay? And don't listen to me for legal advice. But it sounded like she got a case. If you happen to be a lawyer and you are in the chat, let us know. Did she have a case on that one? Because that seemed crazy. I would have wanted more than just my money back. Because now that I think about it, that process seems like it takes some time to actually, begin. So to me, you should be able to sue them because they have cost you valuable time, and time is of the essence when it comes to the fertility journey, from what I understand, right? I'm just saying. That's a mess. That's a mess right there. So she had to go through that experience. She's brought her husband with her. The doctor educates them on the risks of pregnancy after 35. And she also talks about the fact that, she's glad that she brought her husband with her, because sometimes it ain't the woman that's the problem. Sometimes it could be something going on with their semen. You know what I'm saying? So she wants to be able to have both of them tested to figure out what their next steps are. And she does advise them to consider a couple of very different options that they may have not wanted to consider initially. And Kiana tells the doctor that they are open to anything, right? Exactly. They cost her time and emotional distress. That's crazy to me. That's insane. Okay. Insane. All right. Now, Tiana is back in her office or whatever, and she is on a Skype call with Fox. That's the football player that she had showed the house to earlier. Quinetta's house, who we think is the interior designer, but the house was not staged. Anyway, Fox wants the property for about $800,000 less than the listing price. And Tiana's like, I don't think that's going to fly with the owner, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to table this discussion. You go somewhere and do something that you need to do, because right now this is not going to work for my client, I don't think. But I'm going to tell her about it, but I don't think it's going to work. And let's keep in touch, boo. So she get on the phone with him and she calls Quinetta. Quinetta's busy doing some work. She ain't got time for all this. And so when Tiana tells Quinetta that he wanted $800,000 less than what the listing actually is, Quinetta laughs. And she's like, no, okay? But Tiana does advise her, now, hey, lady, what you might want to do is we might want to take this listing down just a little bit. So Quinetta's like, yeah, we can cut off $100,000. And Tiana's like, no. In my mind, and this is me learning about real estate, which I'm going to learn a lot more of in my licensing course. But anyway, she says, no, we're going to cut it down $50,000 instead of $100,000, because if you cut it down $100,000 and it's only been on the market for 40 days, it's going to look like there are problems with this listing. Okay, so let's do it by half and let's continue to come on down. Now, I don't think he's going to buy it because he wants $800,000 off, and $50,000 is, I'm sure, not going to be the look that he's looking for. But somebody might buy it. Somebody might buy it. I don't know. Yolanda C says, shoot, if anyone knows about Poly Party, let me know ASAP so I can someone to go half on these bills with and deal with them half the time. I need some me time, a win-win. See how this can be beneficial for everybody involved, right? You got to learn how to make these situations work. And Yolanda, you just found the key. I tell you, more people are going to be doing that in the new age. Watch and see. Watch what I tell you. Meanwhile, Robin is going to a listing too. She meeting a man that she finds attractive, and she's known him for a while. Now, the listing is like a premium style bachelor pad with lots of angles in it that I don't find appealing. However, he has done a marvelous job with upgrading this place. And I think he got it like 10 years ago and it was $380,000, but now he wants $1.3 million. It does have a rooftop, and Robin advises him to list it for $1 million and even maybe $900,000, because it's so specific as a man cave that she can only see a specific type of clientele getting it. But she does get the listing. So what I will say about this show that I do like is that even if we don't always see the sale, we do see them advising clients about listings. And in the process, I do feel like we're getting somewhat of an education about real estate, which again is helpful for me. All right. I noticed that we ain't seen Tiffany all episode, but thankfully she's at this party. It's the day of Kiana's big event for her agency, and Kiana is glad there is no drama, but everybody is wondering if Crystal and Robin have spoken, and then in comes Robin. Now, Kiana lets her know that she don't want no drama tonight. They are at the Waldorf Astoria, and it needs to be a bomb night about her agency. Can I tell y'all a little secret? I'm going to tell you a little secret. Some of y'all probably already know this. You know, when you film for a reality TV show, you will film a lot of events, right? And a lot of times people on shows will be a little bit upset when some of their events don't get featured or focused, right? Do you know the best way to have your event featured on a reality TV show? It is to have an altercation happen at your event. That's the best way to get your event featured on a show, is to have some drama. So I appreciate the fact that Kiana does not want drama at her event. What I can tell you is, for a reality TV show personality, you want some drama to occur at your event. Now, maybe you want them to take it to the side, but you want that drama there so that they can actually feature it on the show. That's the surest way to get it featured. Because otherwise, it'll just end up on the editing floor. Nothing happened at this event. Nobody had any conversations. of value. So we're going to cut this out of the episodes. Boom. So invite everybody. Okay. Everybody needs to be invited. I would invite even your enemy. Invite everybody to the party. If you ever get on a reality TV show, I'm telling you, that's the best way to make it work. Okay. Now, anyway, but of course, on the show, you got to say, and I'm not saying she did this, but of course, on the show, you have to say, oh my God, I just don't want any drama at my event. Please don't talk to Crystal today. Wait until later. Okay? You know, again, I'm not saying she did that, but that's what I would be doing. Okay? Don't talk to her today, but I'm going to set aside a space for y'all to talk in a minute. All right? So anyway, Tiffany asked Robin if she's talked to Crystal, and Kiana again says, I don't want them to talk tonight. Okay? I don't want them to talk tonight. Don't talk tonight, which means talk tonight. Okay? And so Robin feels like she should do it tonight because she can feel Crystal's energy is sad. It's sad face. No, Crystal didn't have nobody else to talk to. Okay. Well, she might have known some people there. I'm sure she knew some people there because she is, she works in the industry and she lives in Atlanta. But, at the end of the day, it's like Robin is spending her time with the group of ladies that are filming. If I'm Crystal, yeah, I'm sad too. I'm not getting no camera time. What y'all think this is? I didn't come here for free. So Crystal does what she's supposed to do, okay? And she comes over and greets the group. Now, as she's greeting the group, Robin has her back to her. So she's like, oh, somebody's like, oh, Crystal's behind you. And so they do what I feel like you're supposed to do when you run into somebody that you're mad at in public, right? On these shows. Hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, my God, it's so good to see you. You look great. Oh, my God, that dress. It's perfect on you. The sizing, oh, it's just perfect. It's perfect for you. Oh, yes, the lip. I see you. I see you. You do all that, the pleasantries or whatever, and then you can kind of keep it pushing, right? Because that's just what we do, right? Now, some people, I believe if you are more inclined to the Mary Cosby type, you just gonna look, even if the person comes up to you, you're gonna keep looking at them and act like they're not even there. Okay. I have done that too in real life. That usually does not work it does not work so well for people because it tends to cause more drama in the long run. Just a note for anybody out there who's keeping it real. Okay. So we talk about this all the time. You got one or two routes to take. The pleasant and peaceful, just for the sake of keeping the peace at this event, or the I'm gonna keep it real and I don't care what you think. Chime down which in the chat is for you. I do not feel like it is fake to speak, but I'm probably not going to give you, oh my God, you look so good today. I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you hello and keep it moving. It's going to be, as British refer to Malaysia, as a dry hi. It's going to be a dry hi, and that's it. It's going to be a general hello, and that's it, in your direction. Maybe I won't even look at you. Maybe I'm just waving in general, okay? And you happen to catch the wave. And that was fine too. I'm keeping the peace. Meanwhile, I digress because I tend to do that. Crystal walks up behind her. They hug and giggle and dance. All right. And Kiana, in her confessional, is just, I don't understand how this woman can quit this show. She was just sitting over there in this confessional looking this good and gonna leave the show, okay? And she's talking about, I don't want no drama tonight, baby. No drama tonight. Everybody is looking good and yacht and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I'm like, you got all this personality and we're not gonna get it no more. But anyway, they have like a little cordial moment. They go off to the side and decide that they want to have a little ponderosa, okay? Now, Robin tells her that she should have came and tried to talk to her 21 days ago. It's been 21 days since y'all talked. It's been 21 days y'all been filming and ain't one of y'all had to sit down with each other. It's been 21 days and production has not made y'all sit down. They good over there, okay? They are good over there because for me, at Richie Skye Productions, I would have been like, it's been 5 days. Y'all need to have a sit-down ponderosa and talk about this. Somebody hold a group gathering and you got to invite everybody. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a picnic in the park. You got to invite everybody and everybody's going to come and talk, okay? That's what's going to happen. Because we need to get this show on the road. We need to get this show on the... I don't want to be filming with y'all for 6 months. I don't. We don't have time for this. Let's move this storyline on, okay? Anyway, we learned that Crystal, for whatever reason, did not get in contact with her because I guess Robin blocked her. Now, maybe Crystal should not feel bad because she didn't get the same unfollow that Kira got. She got a block. But I guess that would be worse. But Robin did not block her phone number, so Crystal still could have called. That tells me that Robin was probably thinking, I'm going to block her. I want her to notice that I blocked her so she can call me and apologize, okay? Because once she know, and Robin knew enough to block her, okay? She might not have known much about social media, but she definitely knew enough to block her. Now, I don't know if that's selective learning or not, but I'm sure she didn't have to go down to the PTA meeting to ask these people about whether or not she should block this woman. I see you, Robin. I see you. So anyway, Crystal says, so you expected me to run up after you like you giving me some pee-wee? And y'all know what I mean by pee-wee. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. So we ends on the cliffhanger. Okay. We ends on the cliffhanger and we get a preview for next week. Now, next week, we get a follow-up to this conversation with Crystal and Robin, and then they have another conversation in a restaurant. So it looks like they might be back on the path to friendship or something like it. But then we got a rodeo that's being thrown by Tiana. At the rodeo, Robin says something to the effect that maybe Crystal doesn't understand something because Crystal don't have kids. Kiana is annoyed by this because she says to her, well, I don't have kids either. So when you're talking to people about people that don't have kids, you're also talking about me. And that's when we see Kiana rolling up on Robin. Okay, rolling up on her. Getting that Fayetteville up on her. Okay. So is this why, Kiana chose to leave? I don't know. I mean, some people, and I will tell you the truth. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth like this. I don't want to be brought out of my peace and comfort either, okay? I don't. If I had to be on a reality TV show at this point in time where, there is the possibility that I may come into conflict with people that I either don't know, don't like, don't care about, or my friends, I'm not going to do it because I got to protect my peace. And I need to be, you're going to have to compensate me a lot of money. Actually, it's not even worth that because I just feel like I love to react to reality TV shows. I love to watch them, but afterwards, I could turn it off. You know what I'm saying? After I talk to y'all about it, we can turn it off and we can go back to watching Murder, She Wrote. We can go back to, hanging out with our kids, or we can go back to working out or whatever else we choosing to do with our time, right? So if it was a situation where she felt like coming outside of herself is outside of her nature, then I can understand why she might want to remove herself from it. Now, some people, though, I feel like a Robin understands what reality TV is. And so they may not take it. They may understand that it's entertainment as well as showing their life, right? I feel like Robin kind of gets it. I don't feel like she's being anything other than who she is. But I feel like it probably don't affect her in the same way, right? So I don't know. I don't really know. And that's a good point too, Drusilla. Oh, I like your name. Made me think of Drusilla from Young and the Restless back in the day. Her wanting to conceive, I think she doesn't need the added stress. I mean, I think that you're probably right about that. You know? Leslie says, Crystal is really nice and down to earth. Seeing her do an exclusive interview with Kempire, she dropped so much tea last night. Yes, shout out to Kempire. Go and watch that interview. I kind of don't know if I want to watch the interview because I'm like, do I want to get any extra? Like, I kind of want to ask the questions that I want to ask, but then, you know, I want to be supportive as well. So I want you guys to go and watch the interview because, you know, I think that's exciting. And I think that y'all know I like to support other people anyway. So definitely go and watch that interview. All right. But I'm kind of like, should I wait to watch it until afterwards so my questions can be fresh? I don't know. That's the issue. Okay. Y'all know I throw in a classic little TV reference. Tiffany says, we will watch him, but you should wait. That's what I was thinking because I kind of wanted to feel fresh, but I also, again, want to support. So I would definitely tell you guys to watch, right? California Q says, wait. Bernie says, wait. Okay. Okay. So I'll wait. And, you know, that way I can just ask whatever is, you know, kind of on my mind to ask. Fresh questions, y'all say. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll wait. Let the redeem say, why y'all say wait? But that is exciting. So I'm glad to see that she's getting out there and she's making the rounds and she's able to get her side of the story out as well. With that being said, y'all, that's all we got for y'all today. Keep supporting all your people. Thank you guys for letting me know that he had done that interview. I appreciate that. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. I won't have a chance to break these two down until much later, so they'll probably go out as separate videos later tonight or maybe tomorrow. I'll just have to wait and see if I can do it. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in today. I know something is going on weird with the StreamYard, but hopefully they'll get this whole thing back up and running correctly and we'll be good to go as we move forward. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all in the next video. And y'all know already, your boy loves y'all and y'all stay safe out there.